Okay, here we go. You guys recognize anything? Okay, let's go one by one here. We've done some cleanup. I just picked rhubarb for a smoothie. So this little rhubarb, remember last year I planted, and it's already the crown actually had 3 plants on it for sure. So when I dig this up and move it, I will separate them. I've got lettuces. We've been eating on that since February. And this is volunteer cilantro, volunteer parsley, which is wonderful. And it's going to seed right now. It's trying to go to seed. I'll probably keep it from going to seed for a while because having fresh parsley is just absolutely one of my favorites. Hi, a bee. Oh, a little honeybee died in there. So parsley, lettuce, rhubarb. And like I said, I picked one of those stalks this morning, little short stalk, and put it in my strawberry smoothie. If you want to see a recipe for a delicious smoothie using garden veg, let me know in the comments below. Okay, these onions or garlic, I'm not sure what they were. They were in a cluster in this bed. And this was all carrots last fall. So I amended the bed after we pulled all the carrots. These were here and I thought, what the heck? So I separated them because the onions are the perfect transplant to separate. They don't get stressed out. And then I planted, and I'm still thinning, some Swiss chard, because the Swiss chard that is from last year is, it's on the tail end. It's going to try to go to seed here pretty quick. And along the edge here, I have lettuce and beets. And I'm just going to guess the ones with the red stem are beets. And hopefully we get some beets. Same thing back here. I've got lettuces and beets back there. This is a celery butt. Oh, no, this is a romaine lettuce butt. I'm sorry. The celery butt I put here, one of our dogs said, oh, I like celery, and plucked it right out. So there's that. Okay, and then we have my mess I'm working on over there. It's gonna go away, but this bed, this needs a weed pulled out. That's the nice thing about raised beds. You just zip them right out of there, right? Throw it over there. So this is another one of the rhubarb, and it's definitely got at least 2 plants on there. And I'm just gonna pick a couple stalks this year because I'm probably moving it. This plant that's going to seed is arugula, and this arugula is so delicious and peppery, but I want to see if I can keep the seeds from this. We'll see. I'm keeping an eye on it. If I can keep the seed pods, I'm going to save the seeds off that arugula because it was an organic heirloom variety, so I want to try to preserve that. And here, this bed over the winter I had covered with a row cover, both sides, and we grew lettuce. Oh, somebody's been helping in here too. Digging. Okay, so we had lettuce that I planted from seed, and we've picked on that 3 or 4 times. You can kind of see that. Arugula, and even at its really baby stage, you can eat this. We have this in every salad. It's wonderful in pasta salad. Oh, in fact, I'm going to make a pasta salad, so I'm going to pick some of this. More lettuce that I actually transplanted from that barrel, the first barrel I showed you. Radishes, and we had to put this wire up to keep the dogs out because you can see the footprints. They were just kind of mashing the radishes. Of course, my chives came back, and that's a volunteer parsley. So, pretty fun. Okay, I'm going to take you over to the mammoth. Oh my gosh, I see one. My asparagus bag. And I've been picking and picking. So there's one coming up. You can see all the stubs that we've picked and how big they are. And that's my thumb. See how wide that is? Well, look at this monster. And these are not woody. They're juicy. They're absolutely wonderful. That one I got to pick. And I just break them off where they'll break. Look at that. See that? I'm just gonna have a bite. It's so good. It is not woody. It's delicious. And we've been picking asparagus and I just store it in the fridge. I'll cut that end off. Store it in a tub of water. So we've got a couple more weeks of picking, and then it'll be done for the year. And I'm going to let these little guys go ahead. But I did plant some radishes in here the other day, just till we get to that point. Delicious. It's sweet. If you've never had homegrown asparagus, I highly recommend putting the time in to put a bed in, because it's worth it. Okay, another one of those is rhubarb. It's the red variety. And I'll get a couple leaves off of here. There's a couple that you'll get. They're just slower to come to fruition. These are leeks that stayed in for whatever reason, so we're gonna pick those. I'll use those. And I'm sure you can tell this is Swiss chard that's trying to go to seed, so you can keep it back, and try to take those seed pods off. I'm gonna get in here and clean up all those leaves that are spotted. This goes in every salad we have, and we have salads all week long. Here's another weed. Zip it right out. Look at that. Get those weeds out of there. And that's the beauty of a raised bed. I see another big weed over there. I'll get them out as soon as I'm done. Okay, this bed also we covered with a simple row cover. That's it. Covered it, anchored it down, and grew all this Swiss chard. Beautiful, beautiful. And this is my favorite variety because the stems are so earthy and delicious and everything. Look at these. I mean, these are big, thick, hearty leaves. Lettuces, we've been picking on that. Green onions, these are all onion butts. When I bought green onions at the store, I pop them in the ground, and there you go. And I pick and pop them back in the ground. There's a celery. Now, will I get big, beautiful celery? Probably not, but the leaves are delicious. This is all radishes, and this is from a radish blend before I got my seeds from M.I. Gardner. I was using some from a batch that I bought a couple years ago. They did not germinate, so I put out some seeds that are actually for sprouting. And let me just tell you, you get seeds that sprout. Those sprouting seeds are amazing. Okay, now we're gonna go over here. This is a brand new rhubarb plant, and she's super happy. You could see the nodes on it when I first got it, and I bought this from M.I. Gardner. He shipped it really quickly, and look at how healthy this plant is. Just wonderful. And this is in a grow bag. I can catch the water so it doesn't bleed out all my nutrients. Same with this rosemary, which I am propagating some of this as well. I'm going to let it get really established before I start whacking on it. And you guys all remember, if you followed me, this is a cascading blueberry, and it produces small but really delicious blueberries. And then in this pot, in these grow bags, the grow bags for these guys are 3 gallon. And they're perfect for an herb or for something. This is temporary for this guy. We're going to be moving him and getting a permanent home for him at some point. These bags are, what are these? These are 7 gallon bags. And I like the quality of the other bags better. And I'll tell you, they've got stitching around the top. They have stitching, and the fabric is just heavier. It feels heavier, feels like it's going to hold up longer, but both very inexpensive, very reasonable. So I planted celery in here. I plan on doing at least 2 more grow bags of celery. I absolutely adore celery. And I'm getting ready to plant right now. Look at that volunteer cilantro. I'm going to plant this little guy. We just got him at the nursery this morning. And it's beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a very aromatic mint, and it's an orange mint. So it's got a citrus flavor. And this is the bed I've been working all my dirt and stuff in. Orange mint. It's absolutely wonderful. And in fact, I just made some fennel tea and used it in there. And oh, yummy. Okay, I'm gonna move on here to the next area. I need to pick some Swiss chard for my, see, and it's just second year, so it really takes off in the spring. I'm gonna get this area out. This would end up going to seed, but instead it's going in my mouth. I love Swiss chard. Okay. My garlic bed, I'm pretty disappointed. We planted this garlic last fall, and the whole thing was full, and you can see how sparse. I amended the soil. I did everything. And those cloves were bought, those seed bulbs were bought from Territorial. So I'm, yeah, pretty disappointed. I think next year I'm going to go with M.I. Gardner for all of my rootstock. So there's that. Okay, get that weed out of there. Blueberry bushes, and these are the big ones. These get big and fat. And I had them covered so I could eat them all, and which I did. Here's another Swiss chard, and this guy needs to come out of here. He's huge. The stalk is enormous. That's just one plant, and it's like right in there with the blueberries. So we'll pick all the leaves that are good and get them out of there, so the blueberries can thrive again. They're doing really well. I want them to have plenty of room. I absolutely love the color of blueberry bushes. They're so pretty. Another Swiss chard that survived winter. Haven't done anything to this bed except put some chicken manure down. Now, yesterday we planted these lettuce starts. I believe this is Butter Crunch. Yeah. These guys are kind of telling me they were a little bit shocked. It's going to rain tonight, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then this is romaine, and we're going to try to let these head up and get nice and big. So, and then right down the middle are radishes. So I'm probably going to plant 2 rows of carrots in between, down the middle. On either side of the radishes, I'm gonna put some carrots. And then in the center here is gonna be some lettuce that I have started in the house. I'm just gonna pop them in and wish them luck. Let's go down to the rhubarb, where I think I see a seed pod, which I've been picking on this rhubarb, and I had all the seed pods. Yeah, I do. I had all these seed pods cut off. So it definitely, the ones I planted last year came back nicely. These are the green variety, just like this one. And I'm just gonna pull this seed pod out here. And there you go. You wanna get those seed pods out as soon as you see them, because they'll stop your plant from growing and thriving and blah, blah, blah. We've got lots of new leaves down here. I'm super excited about all that new growth. I don't know if you can see it all, but yeah, lots of nice new growth here. This plant, we probably won't dig that up. We'll leave that one in place. Let the new people have it. And another weed and rhubarb. So need to get out here and really weed better in here, but there's my garden update. Oh, and I wanted to show you over the fence. My hill, that ground cover, I'd never seen it in bloom until this year. So it's slowly but surely taking over the hill, and it really is pretty. And you do absolutely nothing to it. It's just to hold the hill in place. So we're gonna get back to the garden space, which I absolutely love. And we have lots of new adventures in the garden coming up for you guys. I hope that you'll hang in there with us and give us tips and hints, and any advice you can give us along the way is much appreciated. But for now, I'm going to get that beautiful mint planted. So I hope if you enjoyed this and you stayed along for the whole thing, you'll leave me a comment and let me know if you want to see more of these garden updates. The asparagus is absolutely delicious.